lead on, allons-y, but not too fast. All right, let's go.
Hello, hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you today? Welcome to a very special mini painting stream. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday and or Saturday, depending on where you are. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Let me just double check that everything's working, and we will begin. As you realize, things weren't working initially, but I got it running. I forgot to open the thing, but I opened the thing. You guys can hear music. We have that going. I think that's correct. So, how about, I have no room on my desk for anything. So, excellent. This is all good things. All good things. Gosh, this might just have to be in camera. You might not even notice it, really. Gosh, where am I? There's no room.
In French, in France, we would say baguette.
Hold on. This is probably fine. It's probably fine. All right. Let's just go ahead and move on over. This is his best. Oh, dang. That's fine. Well, hello, everybody. Well, welcome in. You might notice a few different things, including I'm over here, and I'm also probably in lower resolutions because I'm using a different camera for me, so that way you guys can see this guy in full HD. Here's the Tin Soldier we're painting today. It's from Tin Hearts. It's that guy. That's what we're gonna be painting. Don't only look at the front. The back is a little rough. Particularly, look at that. It's not good. It's not very good. But welcome in, everybody. Let me welcome everybody here. So Emmer, Emers, you're first. Welcome in. How are you? How's it going? Sassy! And Terra Class, welcome in. Hello, how are you? And Runner, my friend, how are you? How's it going? Gilmore, welcome in, everybody. How are you all? How are you all? Brad, welcome in. How's it going? It's a there we thank you for the paint emotes, Gilmore. I'm working a very slow shift this morning, but I'm going camping later. I still have to finish packing and it's making me anxious. I'm not ready. Oh no. Well, I hope you have a good time camping. It sounds like that would be fun. Oh, that's right. Also, Emers, congrats on how many years? Was it 5? What's the anniversary date? Also, by the way, what is it? Oh, redeems aren't gonna be working because because it wouldn't work because that's the main cam. So like, I don't know what would happen to me. So it just won't work. I'm tired. I stayed up way too late hanging in Tank Stream. How late did you stay up? Also, would you like to see? Focus. There you go. Look at my coffee. Very foamy right now. Oh, that works. Oh. I was not ready. Because it's also, there's no room for this. I called it at night at 3 a.m. That's fair. When did we finish Apex for you? You gonna work on your latte art now? No, I don't know if I can, really. Don't they typically use like what kind of milk? They use like whole milk, maybe? But also, Tara, thanks so much for the hydrate. I'm not gonna be as quick on it because there's no room on my desk. Why? Because I have two mugs for water for my brushes. I have this whole thing on here. I have this whole thing on here, which is a thing I printed for my mini paints. Oh, and you're like, oh, are those all your paints? No, because there's another one over here. And then I have like my normal stuff. I have my keyboard. I don't even have room for my palette, so I don't know what I'm going to. We're just setting that over there for now and hoping that we don't need it. Also, you can see my microphone stand. It's right behind me. But there's no room. My keyboard is just. I think I left around 9:50, 9:30 p.m. and Tank was chatting about shifting over to Among Us. Okay, yeah, we ended. That was right when Apex ended then. Yeah, I stayed until they finished playing Among Us. Oh, nice. That was so fun. I loved hanging out in Tank's stream for Apex. That was very fun. That was very, very fun. It's a grand old time. A good old time. Also, let me do one thing. Beep boo beep boo. Did they ever find out what car you drive? No. I like to leave some things a mystery. It was a lot of fun to get to watch more than 10 minutes of Apex. Oh, right, because Sassy is used to being there in the early mornings when I used to join Tank on his morning stream, which was my it started at midnight for me. It'd be at 4 a.m. his time, so Sassy would come in right before work and then leave. Okay, hold on. Un second. You can see everything shaking. It's weird that the... Well, that's connected to. the main cam shouldn't really be shaking, but oh well. Oh well. Okay. Done. All right. What'd I miss? It was a lot of, oh yeah, pretty much just as you were all ending. Yeah, I will just lurk in this stream. So lurk, thank you, Tara. Thank you for the lurks. I appreciate it. Hope your vacation's going well. There was my breakfast with Tank days, you know? Those are good days. Those are good days. What was I gonna say? Anything else exciting? Anything else fun? There was actually some news or something that I was gonna, oh, something that's kind of interesting. Before we start getting into the painting and stuff, is that I don't know if you guys have heard, but I think it's SAG-AFTRA. AFRA? Is there a T? I feel like there's a T. Anyway, their writers and actors are all on strike. So there's a lot of productions that are closing down. They currently paused like Deadpool and a bunch of other stuff. People who are Screen Actors Guild actors aren't allowed to do promotions for any like productions or anything like that. They're not supposed to, or they can get like, I don't know if they get fined. Maybe they get fined, or maybe they're just kicked out of SAG. I don't really know. But so we're gonna see, unless things like clear up, right? They're gonna get a lot of like halted productions, or we're gonna get a lot of Heroes Season 2, which, if you guys know, Heroes Season 2, not typically praised very much, but was really, really good. I will say, the first couple of episodes before the writer strike, I thought were actually pretty good. They introduced Kristen Bell, and like I thought that part was really good. I think it's only like 3 episodes though, 2 or 3 episodes, and then there's like a pause, and then it was just awful. Trying to write my very first crochet pattern. Ooh, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. What's it gonna be of? But yeah, so we'll see. It's kind of fascinating stuff. There's like something that's kind of interesting is so a lot of it actually has to do with AI stuff, which is kind of fascinating, I think. So like a lot of the writers, it's not just that, but some things that they're mentioning is that like writers want assurances that they won't just be like replaced with AI, or it's one of those type of situations where it's like we'll have like 2 writers and then we'll fill in the rest with AI stuff. If it turns out like it's supposed to, oh, that's right, because you mentioned the commission. That's right. Runner. This isn't gonna cover that. It is. Oh no.
Dang.
There we go. Womp. I got it under the announcement before before it played it. Runner, thank you so much for those bits. I hope you're doing well. How are you? Yeah, that was a lot of the stuff that stood out to me when I saw the demands. Yeah. It's bananas what's going on with the strike. Yeah. I feel like it's pretty good. I mean, I feel like it's pretty reasonable. The writers thing being replaced with AI, I feel like that makes sense. Another thing that's kind of fascinating, I think, is with the actors in AI. I think that's interesting. So, I guess this has actually already been put into practice now, but they want this sort of stopped, and I think this makes sense because it's kind of there's a unsettling element to it, I think. But I guess what they've also started doing is like with background actors, is when they get to set, they like scan them and like take footage of them like fully like, you know, different directions and stuff, like a 360 view or whatever. And I guess what they've been starting to do is like, you can technically, like, once you know, sign your contract or whatever, in your contract it might say, we can use your likeness in anything going forward, pretty much. Not even just the movie that you're using, but like we can just throw you into the background for like to fill out a scene or whatever. And you may not be paid like royalties for that and all that kind of stuff, which is super. I don't like that. That makes me. Oh yeah, hire them and pay them for 1 day of work, full scans, and reuse them in AI later. Yeah, and so that's like where I'm like, okay, yeah, that totally makes sense. Because also like some, especially because top actors, they might be able to like get away with like in their contracts being like, I cannot be used in any kind of AI programming later, like you can't use my likeness or whatever, because they have the lawyers and the contracts and whatever to like, and the money to fight that, but, and the pull for that, but Snapping Cow, welcome in, how's it going? Fairy Dragon, hello. Fight Me M816, hello. Or Fight Me Mate, is that what it is? Fight. Anyway, Snapping Cow, hello. Invasion, we are here to collect our most coveted currency. Cows? Is it cows? And we believe in intergalactic cooperation. Well, we will cooperate. I don't have any cows, though. But what I can offer you, well, I can't really offer you like a normal fist bump because everything's broken. Because we're mini painting today. We're mini painting today. We don't normally mini paint, but we do occasionally. We're mini painting this guy from Tin Hearts. I can still give you a fist bump through here. Usually there's like music that plays. Well, let's see what happens. What happens when I do this? Let's watch everything break. Well, it's gonna do the music, that's fine. You don't get the background and stuff, but whatever. All right, friends, thank you so much. Snapping Cow, hello. I appreciate the raid. Welcome in, everybody. If you would like a fist bump, please go ahead and punch your screen on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, wha-bam. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Runner, we'll continue this conversation because it's
Is this
fascinating.
a murder? Why am I hearing yes?
Yeah, man. I know, because everything's broken. Look, you see that's broken. That's not supposed to be up there. Raiders, welcome in. My name is Jet. I have a video to play for you since you guys raided in. Since my 3-year anniversary, there's a thing I have to do for the next month. So I always have to play a video when I move over. You know what isn't broken? You and you're awesome. Well, thank you, Snapping Cow. Technically, everything's not broken. It's just pushed off to the side because I had to. This isn't my main camera, so everything's like messy. Anyway, I have a video to show you guys. You can like it or not.
Oh, hey, you made it. I mean, why wouldn't you? Welcome to the channel. My name is Jet. You came in on a raid, so I'm sure that the rather incredibly kind streamer that brought you here probably already informed you, but yeah, I'm Jet. Wow, you look great. Alright, that's not supposed to happen. If you wouldn't mind, stay right there. For a minute, I just need to go, check on... Yeah, hold on. Bill, status report on the alternate reality vortex. I was doing my welcome thing, the sirens went off.
You're not Bill. Where's Bill? Oh, hi. No, Bill's got the day off. It's my first day. I'm Stegan. Steven? No, Stegan with the G-H-Y. Okay, Stegan, how about you just catch me up to speed? Okay, well, according to the data, the energy matrix stabilizers are all functional. And the gravitonium resonance waves are, Oh man, I'm so sorry. I just got this job and I'm afraid I'm gonna mess this up. This is just so over my head. Snapsicles. All right, Stegan, first, watch your dirty mouth. We keep things family friendly here, so please keep it that way. And B, it'll be okay. We're gonna figure things out. I lied on my resume. Relax. How about you just tell me about what the flashing light means? That, oh wait. Oh, that's odd. The spatial distortion fields are picking up an object in the alternate reality vortex. It seems to be on a course towards us? No, that's not possible. In all of our tests, we lost everything that we sent into the vortex. Nothing's ever come back. The data seems pretty clear. Unless whatever this is after our resources. You don't mean... I do. Our content. Our indie games, the detective and mystery games, puzzles and adventure games, our cozy, chatty vibes. That must be it. Sir, look at the monitor. The alternate reality. It's pulling in all of the vortex entities. Blue Badger, Pizza Clock, Knitting Grandma, now even Dancing Snail. They're all gone. Snapsicles. Wait. There's something there. Something exited the vortex. What is that? No. Better question. Who is that?
And welcome back! That was just our new raid video for just only like a week now. I think we only have a week. I think we only have a week left of that. So, and then next part will be next year for our stream anniversary. So, thank you so much for the raid, by the way. I appreciate it. I love that. Thank you so much. A mystery. I know. Who will it be? What will it be? You guys have to tune in next year. Find out then. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. But welcome in. Hello, everybody. We're mini painting today. We paint occasionally, not super often, but I really love 10 Hearts, and one of the things that I loved is that the devs put out like a 3D print file for their main little character guy. Their little tin soldiers. So I printed this out, and I've already just put primer, and we're gonna paint him. We're gonna paint him today. But I hope you guys are having an excellent day. One more week and Stegan gets fired for lying on his resume. Oh no. We know that Stegan has his backup acting career. Oh boy. Oh Stegan, what? I didn't know Stegan was gonna be such a hit. Val, welcome in. Hello, how are you? Hello. I guess I should put some paint on this thing. Needed to say that lurking for real now. I appreciate that, Brett. Thank you for the lurk. Let's start with a really large brush. Time for a stream after stream care, please. Yes, please take care of yourself. Also, I'm a dummy and I didn't give you any shout outs because there's so much happening right now. Snapping Cow, friends, if you haven't followed Snapping Cow, go do so. Thank you so much for the raid. There we go. There we go. I got to introduce my friend to using that raid video. Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. Oh man. I don't know what. I'm curious what their impression is then. What was I gonna say? Oh, Runner. I don't know if you're still here, but we were talking about right before the whole like SAG-AFTRA. I feel like there's a T in there, but maybe it's not. Maybe it looks like after to me. Maybe that's the problem. Anyway, so yeah, so like probably what we were talking about were like them on film sets now, kind of like they scan people and then they can like use your likeness using AI to just put you in the background of different scenes or whatever. And so I was saying that like super famous people who headline movies and all that stuff, they probably have the like pull to get that on their contract to not be used in that way. But I feel like, especially for smaller, or newer actors, background actors, that kind of stuff, like that's pretty much like all they've got. So if they just scan them and then just start putting them into movies and they're not being paid for royalties and all that kind of stuff, then I don't know. It can create some really awful situations. So I feel like what they're asking for is all makes a lot of sense to me. Gosh, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Maybe what I'm gonna do, because I don't always need this keyboard. Leave the keyboard here for now. Put my palette over here. Oh, things are getting tricky. But yeah, so I'm just kind of fascinated by all of that. I think it's really interesting, but I really hope that it just kind of starts getting taken care of. We'll see how. I'm curious how long this will last. I saw that I think it was Bob Iger of Disney was like, I find their demands excessive and disturbing, I think he said, or something like that. He's some word very similar to that. And it was like, no, I don't. I mean, obviously he has to say that, but anyway, it was kind of absurd also, considering Bob Iger is like worth, oh, you guys can't see. Bob Iger is worth like 700 million or something like that. It's kind of dumb, to be honest. Let's see, experiencing, I can't see that because of my mouse. Experiencing the bane of item management IRL, it seems. Yes, this has become an item management simulator. So mini painting, and the way I'm doing this usually takes many coats. Many coats. So it's gonna look like nothing for a bit. He just kind of looks, maybe a little bloody, perhaps, but oh, also this is red. We kind of we paint a bit, we let it dry, paint over it. Oh, I need to get the key. The key's in the other room. The arms didn't the left arm here is fine. This arm here, you guys can maybe see there are these weird creases. I don't really know what happened there. It's something with my printer was wonky, I guess, but oh, by the way, side note, I really enjoyed Railbound yesterday. Railbound? Mucho fun. I really want to play more of that. Oh, you guys can't see. It's because of my mic. I wonder... Hold on. If I do... Now I can't see. Hold on. If we do this... Things are getting crazy over here. Hold on. I don't know if I asked this on the last mini painting stream, but what kind of paint are you using? I am using the brand is the Army Painter War Paint. Which I think it's I would assume it's a water-based paint. Right? It's kind of, so I get it from, like a hobby shop. People who paint minis, like this is one of the main brands. I also use one called Citadel. I don't have as many of Citadel paints because they're like a teensy bit more expensive. Getting some on his face. I think we're fine though. Yeah, it's gone. So they look, the paints themselves look like this. Oh, I have my chroma keys on. So it looks like this. I also have these. I have these Citadel little color pots. But I only have 8, and they're all kind of like not unique. 2 are like flesh tone. We could use one of the flesh ones on his skin. But then I have some other random ones. But is it acrylic? It might be. If it is, it's... Oh, yeah, it is a acrylic-based paint. Water-based. A non-toxic water-based acrylic paint. It's very thinned, though. So, like, if you go to, like... knocking my keyboard over. If you go to, like, Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something, and I feel like it would be very difficult to find a paint kind of like this. Maybe I'm wrong, but... Yeah, it almost looks like an ink. Yeah, it's very thin. I think, again, I think it's because for this type of painting, you want it to go on very thin so that you can do, like, lots of layers. And I mean, this stuff, I am not an expert mini painter by any means. I've done it for a while, but like there are people who that's like their main skill and hobby and stuff or job. And I like the techniques they use and stuff, it's just insane. And I don't have that practice and stuff, but I mostly got into this just for D&D things, but it's also just very relaxing and fun. So eventually this will look very bright. I primed this guy with white so that the colors would maybe be a little bit brighter. But we'll kind of see how that goes. But there's a lot of like... painting and then waiting. Wait, sorry, we were cooking. My friend ended up thinking the raid message was funny and we were all enjoying the chill. Perfect. Perfect. Well, I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Or start to your weekend. Yeah, we're just gonna be here chilling. Yesterday we were playing an indie game, or it's probably an indie game, but I think it's also on mobile. But it's called Railbound. It was so much fun. You just get train cars in the right places, and it was very fun. We're gonna leave that for a second. I'm in a crochet Discord, at least that's why I joined, and one of the other members paints minis. They're amazing, incredibly talented. Yeah, I follow a few different mini painting artists on like Twitter and Instagram, and whenever I see their stuff, I'm just like, goodness. It almost looks real, like the way they shade stuff, it just looks so good. We actually need a lot of red. I guess I might as well start putting red on his hat. Here. Luckily, I have some more red in the case I run out of this, but. Luckily, with this print, it's not going to be too crazy, I don't think, because it's such a large print. Whereas, like, when you're doing minis, I feel like you have to be even, like, you have to be even more careful because, the details are just so small that it's like easy to mess them up. It's interesting how the paint pools in different places on like a 3D print. I'm trying to get that to like, trying not to let it like be too uneven, but again, this is like the first coat, so probably fine either way. A lot of these details I'm going to be using gunmetal, which is like a thicker, very opaque paint, so I'm not too concerned because when I go over them, the red won't shine through. And I think they'll look actually really dope, to be honest. I can imagine probably need teeny tiny brushes. Yeah, I've got a few. I don't think we'll need to use them today, maybe. We can probably get away using a lot of, like, my small to medium brushes. This guy is large. And I wish I need more lights. I need a studio. I need like just a full-on studio. Also, I'm realizing I should be, yeah, this actually works better. If I go, hold on. Oh, you guys can't really see that. Okay, that's better. It's smoothing in better, anyways. It's interesting because, so with like this type of 3D printer, it's technically not smooth. There's lots of little lines. So I guess if I kind of paint in the direction of the lines, they kind of go in a little bit better. Gotta remember that. Does that, a new Mac, Steam Deck Studio? Yeah, perfect. I mean, I already have like some pretty large lights and stuff here. I use 3 different lights. I have a 4th that I could use, but I don't really have a place to put it. What was I gonna say? But just trying to get the lighting right. It seems so dark. That's okay. What can you do? What can you do? Oh, as a reminder, next week I have jury duty. So streams are going to be whenever. Try to figure that out. I'll find out on Sunday if I have to go in on Monday. It shouldn't cost too much more. Yeah, you'd think. You would think. Where's the focus? It's there. Okay. I can't really see. Hold on. Oh, I think Chris came in during the raid. Chris, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, let's do that. Let's let all that red dry. Oh, I forgot his bill. Oh, and the top of his hat. It's interesting that they make you call daily. In New Jersey, we call once, and if we don't have to go in on Monday, then we are... Oh, wait, really? I'll double check. It's set to... I think it's set to call the... I know it's set to call on Sunday, but... I feel like it's set to call in every night, but... I don't know. I'll double check. If I don't have to go in, honestly, that would be ideal. To be honest, it would be very ideal. But what can you do? Except say guilty when they call on you. Sir, we asked for your name. Guilty. Exactly, Emers. It's possible different state. Yeah, that's true. Do you guys have, like, if you were called on jury duty? Sunny D, thanks so much for the lurk. If you were on jury duty, do you have a thing where it's like you're on cooldown for the next, like, couple of years or something? Where they, like, can't ask you again for a set of time? Do you guys have that? I know in some states it's like, if you're called to jury duty, they don't ask you again for another 10 years or something like that. This may surprise you. Alaska doesn't have that. Yes, once called, we can't get called again for the same court level for 3 years. Interesting, yeah. Alaska, I don't think has that. I think that's because we have so few people. Okay. Let's do... Where's my paints? We're gonna start with some Necromancer Cloak. Ooh, spooky. What is black? His eyes, his... Oh, wait, is his bill black? I need a shot of the Tin Hearts character from, like, an angle. Hold on. Tin Hearts. Game. It is black, isn't it? It's not red. It looks black to me. It is. Okay. Cool. All right. So mistake made. That's okay. We'll get that. We'll fix it. Still not. It's not too late. But you can get called for petit jury and then immediately get called for grand jury and then again for state. Interesting. Interesting. I've never actually been like on a case. I've never been selected. Which, I don't know, I'm kind of okay with. His shoes are black. Seems like a lot of work, you know? Seems like a lot of work. And responsibility. Happened to my dad, had petit jury duty, and like 2 months later got grand jury. Wow. He was picked for both times. Yeesh. And then for state, wow. I'd be like, please don't pick me. I just did this. The first layers can always be a little messy, I think. Not too concerned. We just wanted to start drying so that more paint can like sit on top of it. And you know what? Technically, you know, these were all hand painted. So like in the game. So like by Alfred. So like if it's a little messy, we can just say I did it on purpose because this was like one of his first, you know, models. I was in a meeting, but I did see my fifth favorite boy, Stegan, was here briefly. He was. Chris, how are you? Seriously, his boss wasn't thrilled. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Are you joking? You just had jury duty. His pants are red, too. First coats. Always look messy. I need more red. Yeah, playing Apex yesterday was a lot of fun. Yesterday felt like a super long day because I didn't... Oops, I hit my mic. Yesterday felt like a super long day because I also didn't... Like, I didn't nap or anything yesterday. There was no napping. It was just... work, then stream, then tank stream. I got some work done also. Then my Aussie buddy wanted to play some Apex, so I played with Deebs. Yeah, but it was good. It was a good day. Did feel like I got quite a bit done. But there was no, like, no break time. There was no stopping. There was no stopping. I'm good. Happy to see you doing some painting on stream. I think I noticed you've got your green fill. Oh yeah, I think I do. I think I do. I should actually hold on. Thank you for reminding me. Where is that? I love that Santa. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Chroma key should be gone. Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's true. I feel that's a good point. We don't, do we? I mean, we have cat jam, but it's not. That's not really jamming. Is not the same as headbanging, you know. There's a difference. It's a funny emote though. Yeah, I love that when you use the Santa emote, it kind of looks like they're like helicoptering like up the screen. All right, the bill of his hat is black. There is a difference. Yes, there is a difference. People don't really talk about the difference very often, but there is one, you know? Oops, you can't see that. This is the same every time we stream mini painting. We always have the same issue where I'm like, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I need a studio. Yes. So yeah. So the way mini painting works, because the paint is very like, it's like thinned sort of. It takes lots of coats usually. So we're just doing the first coats, just to kind of get something on there, and then we'll have the chance. That's what's kind of nice about mini painting, is that like if you mess up, it's not the like worst to try to fix it, because it's typically done in multiple coats. If you mess something up, you can try to paint over it or whatever. And they're water based, so if you catch a mistake quick enough, you can just use some water and it'll usually dissipate a bit. But yeah, it's mini painting is, I think, fairly forgiving, which is nice. And kind of zen, I think. I got started with it doing some D&D minis because I was playing some D&D with some friends of mine, and so as a gift, I gave them all minis of their characters, and so I painted them all. And while I was painting them, I was like, I love this. How did I not? It makes sense why I would. It's nerdy, and I like art stuff, but I just never like thought about it, I guess. So I need to paint the top of this hat. Yeah, so it'll look very pale, and then once it dries, then we'll do some more, and then even more. I need more red. Mr. Panda has messaged saying, I'm starving and on the verge of death. Can you start dinner now? He doesn't even finish work until 5. I'm gonna go ahead and preheat the oven. Fingers crossed he doesn't bite me this time. Oh no. A hungry Mr. Panda is a dangerous panda. Paint. He is pink right now. Did already sand out? Yeah, I did kind of. I'd leave for a bit after I said, hey, not a problem. I had some trouble sanding it, and I was a little afraid I was going to like. So with a lot of this, with this plastic stuff, if you're not too careful, you can actually melt it while you're sanding it. And I was starting to get a little scared that I was doing that, so I was like, you know what, we'll keep it. The front of him looks pretty good, and so that's like mostly what you're gonna see. So I was like, you know. Like if I put this on a shelf, mostly gonna see the front. So I was like, you know, it's probably fine. It's probably not a big deal. You know that like Simpsons gag with Homer, and then like he looks great from the front, and then they show the backside, and he's just like clipped and stuff. That's basically what's happening here. So yeah, just the first coats are going in. What are... I need another shot. What's the shoulder pads? Lolly Roo, hello, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing today? I saw that you followed the other day. Thank you so much for the follow. We're just doing some mini painting. How are you today? His shoulder pads look like they are black, and then they have some embellishment on it. Hold on, I need a good... Searching Google for some different... Wait. I think that's the same shot, yeah. I think it's like... Maybe it's like the trim of it is black, and then on the top of it is shiny, like his joints and stuff. Yeah, I think so. That's what we're gonna say. That's what we're gonna say. Found you through the Discord. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have you played 10 Hearts? We did, and I loved it. It was such a fun game. And when I saw that they put out this 3D mini, I was like, or the 3D print files, it's like, yes, please. Yes, please, thank you. I'm gonna try to be a little careful here. Hold on. Oh gosh. We normally do a lot of indie games and puzzle games, mystery games, etc. Occasionally we'll do some mini painting. You know, why not? Why not from a game we played? I love the game, not finished it yet. I hope you enjoyed the rest of it. I loved it. Very adorable. What kind of games do you like to play? Probably do the like bands last because they're white, so we'll get all the red kind of done. And hold on, let me switch to smaller brush. I'm using all of my junk brushes right now because you can be a little sloppy with the first coats, but I'm gonna get the eyes. Careful. Ooh. Careful. We'll be able to like shape that a bit better later. We're in focus mode. Look, just painting his eyes and stuff, it's given him life. Okay. Hold on, there you go. We'll fix that. We'll fix it in post. Let me see. Sushi time, have a good stream, Yimit. I hope you and Emmers have a great sushi time and anniversary, my friend. I've got to the basement. Oh, lovely. Oops. Well, that's fine. We're just gonna. Don't panic. So we're using. See, I made a mistake, everybody. But look, we're using water, and it's like it's practically gone. Look at that. Look at that. It's like you can barely tell I made a mistake. Smearing it everywhere. We're gonna let that dry, and then we'll fix the eyes a little bit. Yeah. So I'm going to use. Well. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have. I do have a gold. Initially, I thought it was gunmetal. It's not. I can use greedy gold. We can use that instead. I thought it was kind of, it looks kind of silverish a little bit, but then looking at it now in close up, I was like, oh, it's gold. Love RPG and mystery games and finding some really good indie games. I love a good indie game. And mystery games are a jam. Very occasionally. Make him shiny. I also play a lot of mainstream games like Resident Evil and Assassin's Creed. Oh, that's awesome. That's super fun. Yeah, we kind of flip-flop a little bit. Emmers, we'll see you later. I hope you have a great sushi time, my friend. Great sushi time. Okay, so we've got some base stuff going. I should probably do. Should I do a first coat of his face? Probably. His hands are white? Yes. It's just his face that's flesh tone. Boy, have I a Mario RPG for you, Jet, probably. I don't know if Super Mario RPG it doesn't really have mystery, but what mystery games have we played recently? Have you played Ghost Trick yet? We just finished that, and I really enjoyed that. That has some good mystery, though it's not like a mystery game per se. It's more of a puzzle game. But I enjoyed it. It's made by the same people who did Ace Attorney. Sherlock Holmes, yeah, that's for sure a mystery game. There's actually, I'm very excited. There's a couple of Hercule Poirot games that are coming out this year. We will definitely be streaming those. I think one comes out in August. I can't remember when the other one does. Wait, okay. Okay, Gilmore? What are you saying okay to? What was it gonna do? Ah, his face. Let's use this brush. We're gonna use Citadel's Eldar Flesh. Because what doesn't say little adorable tin soldier like Eldar Flesh? Oh, wait, hold on. It's kind of dried out a little bit. Hold on. Can I just use a little bit of Volta, do we think? What do we think? Will it come back to life? It should. I'm not as familiar with Citadel paints. Yeah, I think we're fine. Yeah. We're good, everybody. Please no panic. Let's see. Not played that one. Have played a couple of Sherlock Holmes games. Oh man, I love those games. Almost home, got a pack and go camping. Oh, that's right. To myself, sent it before I was done. Oh, oh, okay. I see. I did one not long back. There we go. Called Truberbrook. Oh, very similar to Broken Sword. I'll have to look into that. That sounds fun. Okay, yeah, look at this. It's a little yellowy, but we can probably mix in some other stuff to get it closer to that sort of more pinky tone. Now when I hear the song, I think of Stranger Things. Oh gosh. Apologies if I hit my mic. I have like no room here. Look at him with his little face. Oops. That black still has not dried. Love Stranger Things. Can't wait for the final season. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm curious to see kind of what direction they go for the last season. The last season, the previous season, was very good. I thought there was a lot of like just really good acting in it too. The person who plays Max, I thought she did wonderfully. A smaller brush for some of these. And Citadel, so I'm using a Citadel paint on his face currently. It's going on thicker. You can kind of tell the difference in paint types, but still gonna take a few different coats to get it right. We're gonna let that sit for a second, and then we'll do some more red here in a sec. Yeah, Max is such a good character. Absolutely. Probably one of the more complex characters on the show, I feel like. Very interested to, I mean, no spoilies exactly, but I'm very interested to see what happens next season, kind of involving her character. I'll do a coffee hydrate. Thank you, Sunny D. Oh, well. It's because I have no room for my water. That worked out well for you. Yeah, I was already drinking. That's totally fine. Let me close this. You knew I needed the hydrate, so you were just ready for that. That's what it was. Yeah, next week I have jury duty, so I haven't put too much on the schedule for next week because I just don't know what it's gonna look like. Is this dry? Yeah, I can lay them down like this. That's where we're at right now. So we're gonna see. I guess for sure I have to call on Sunday to see if I need to go in. I thought it said that I need to call every night, but maybe not. Let me check that real fast. Hold on one second. Yeah, I have to call every night. It says to call every day, Sunday through Thursday, at a certain time to see if I need to go in. So, we'll see. Maybe I hope it's a slow crime week. You know. Or however many months these all take to go through the courts. I really hope whatever week that was a very slow. Hope it was a slow crime week. Let's go back to Lorge Brush. Yeah, so I'll have to just play it by ear. That's okay. Next coat, next coat. So it looks like that's okay. But I'll try to let you guys know if there will be a stream that day or not. We're gonna be playing a lot of like non-story puzzle games, so we'll probably play more of Railbound. I've got some other little small games that we can play that don't really have a story, just in case. I don't want to get into anything. We actually will be playing a mystery game though, as like our main game after this next week, assuming that I'm not pulled in on a case. Very excited about it though. It's a game that I've wanted to play for a while. See, already you can tell that it's starting to get more red. It's starting to get more red. That's just because we're layering the paint. It's like, it's like painting over the already dried paint. There we go. Don't want it to really pool though. So this is such a odd. I mean, I'm glad that it has like a base, but I'm like clawing it weird. I don't normally hold things like this, but here we are. Unfortunately, I'm heading off. Gonna start working a sec. Take care, everyone. Have a fantastic stream. Lolly Roo, thank you so much for popping in. Thanks for saying hello. Dinner's in the oven. Good, good. It didn't bite. Always good. Always good. Yeah, our next mystery game, everybody, is going to involve anthropomorphic animals. So I hope you're ready for that. I hope you like your animals anthropomorphic. I've heard it's a weird game, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see what it's like. Bye-bye, have fun. Have a good one. Have a good one. all starting to red. Doo-doo-doo. Turns out the burn I did, wow. Turns out the burn did get blistered a bit, so that's why it hurt so much. Oh man. I hope that heals up. That is no fun at all. What if I was using ketchup on this? Wouldn't that be weird? Blistering is 2nd degree? Dang. Sassy, be careful. Be careful, Sassy. Doing things I'm not supposed to be doing. But I'm just bad. Generally, when you're painting, you want to do like long strokes. You don't want to like do lots of little short ones because you'll see all the little brush like starting and stopping lines and stuff. I gotta remember to do that. Wow, this over here, the red dried so white. It's okay. I went to Mexico and got 2nd degree blistering burns on my shoulder. What? I was young and dumb. Dang, that must have hurt so much, Brad. Wow, from the sun? That is crazy. Brad, don't make me get the bubble. Don't make me get the bubble. Bubble would probably amplify. That's why you don't want me to get it. I'll make sure to put in a fan in there for you. Or I'll partially fill it up with water, so you'll be. My mom has been threatening to bubble wrap me, or threatened to wrap me in bubble wrap for like 40 years. That's amazing. I've only been threatening to do that to Brad recently. Oops. I should be using a smaller brush there, but I got impatient. Yeah.
Yeah, baby!
Oh, Ponce! Welcome in! How are you? We're just doing some mini painting today. How goes it? How goes it? This is where we're at right now. Still a lot to do, still a lot to clean up and stuff, but mini paints, let's go. By the way, Oponce, you've never used Godot, right? Goes good for no, never. Okay. I think I was 9 or 10 the first time she seriously considered it. I almost broke my ankle stepping off a curb. Oh no! Yeah, you gotta be careful. Those curbs come out of nowhere. I was looking at Godot the other day. Why is making games so difficult? I thought you said it would be easy, Oponce. I thought you said it would be easy. You're always talking about how easy it is. That's not true. I've always been gravitationally challenged. That's fair. It happens to the best of us. Super easy to make games. It's hard to make a game fun. You know what I was thinking? I can't remember if I said this or not when we were talking about Only Up. I feel like that Only Up type games are going to be some of the first ones that are like AI generated quickly. Why? 2 reasons. Because they're streamer bait. You can sell it for a little bit. You could probably get a lot of money just trying to get people to play it. Plus, like, if you look at Only Up, I mean, it's clear they had a lot of, like, thought behind, like, what items went where and stuff. But, I think you could probably, I would imagine. The thing is that you don't even have to really do it well, I don't think. Like if they had some kind of AI generation, all you have to do is say these are all the models you use, because like even though in Only Up there are themes to like the different areas, from the casual perspective, it doesn't really look like that. It kind of just looks like a bunch of random stuff is everywhere. You could probably, I mean, I imagine that people are trying to get that to like, Only Up looks like it would never work, but it did, yeah. Totally. And I feel like if they somehow figured out, I mean, I don't really know how a lot of the AI stuff works, but if they could figure out, you need to put random objects, they need to be able to bounce, or like some of them need to be able to bounce you, some of them, but you need to be able to like jump from, you know, create a platformer that's like this. I feel like they would try to just pump those out as best as they could. Because mobile games have done up games for years. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's how the alternate reality is made. Everything is generated. It's procedurally generated. Because I feel like, I don't know. I assume anybody who's gonna be like trying to make those like AI games are trying to make like a quick buck, sort of. So if they can make just like a base AI James, oh no, everyone forgets about AI James. AI Jimmy. We're slowly adding to the alternate reality lore. AI James does the generating, you know, that's his job. I don't know. I was looking at it. I was like, you know, I'm sure they're gonna figure this out, and it's gonna be there are gonna be a lot of like streamer bait games that are just made by AI or something. AI James sounds friendlier. It's true. Is AI James one of Stegan's coworkers? Maybe. We'll have to think about that. That's funny. But yeah, anyway, that's I had that random thought as I was watching Gizmo play it. I was like, I bet this is going to be like a big like AI genre of game, but I don't know. I don't really know how that works. Opons, did you ever play Battle Chasers? Battle Chasers by Airship Syndicate? I almost said AI again. Airship Syndicate. They're the same people who did the Risen King, a League of Legends game. I have been playing it, and it is very fun. You can, if you haven't played it, I'm very much reminded of the Risen King. Like, you can see how they probably just used Battle Chasers as like their pitch for it, because it is a very similar game. I didn't, but I love Joe Mad's art. Yeah, I am really enjoying it. There's also some really cool like animations in the game. I wonder if I can find. I'll wait for this paint to dry. There's a all caps. I have some Battle Chasers comics? No way. I was curious if the game was based on a comic, or because it feels like the characters all know each other, sort of. And when you start the game, it's like you're kind of in the middle of the story. But I don't know which came first, because I saw that the game was kickstarted. Joe Madge was in Marvel before he left to Image. Oh. I feel like I've seen his art in different places. I wish I could find a GIF of Nolan. There's a mage named Nolan who his animations are just so smooth looking in the game. I can't find it, but if you look up gameplay footage of it, his like basic attack, they're from the early 2000s. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's interesting. I should probably read them. I really like it. So Nolan, his basic attack, what he does is he has a staff, but he calls up an orb of magic. And he like bounces it off the ground, and then he takes his like mage staff and he swings and hits it, and it like flies towards the enemy. But the like animation of like the orb bouncing and then like it getting hit and Just the like effects of the orbs. It just looks so smooth and good, and I love it. I also like, I think that I feel like most wizards in games tend to be like, they raise their staff or like that's kind of it. That's all they do is they raise their staff and then the magic thing happens. So I like that he like does other stuff besides that. But it's also been pretty funny. Like I feel like the writing is really good. But yeah, that makes sense that there are comics that probably detail more about these characters, because when you start the game, it just feels like you're missing something, sort of. But really enjoying it. The gameplay's pretty fun. I can see how, again, it was sort of like the basis for the Risen King. Risen King maybe has a more advanced system, but there's still some cool stuff. I think that's his original idea. Oh, interesting. I actually would love more, and I really hope they do more. Apparently, Airship Syndicate, because I was looking into them again, I think they're about to release a game. They're currently in like not open beta, private beta, I think, for like a MMO styled game. Maybe not an MMO, but like some kind of multiplayer online game. Honestly, I would love for them to make like another League of Legends game, but I don't know if that'll happen now. Anyway, I've been enjoying it. And I guess this game came out like a super long time ago, so I feel a little bit behind, but it's been fun. But Joe Mad's art is also like throughout the game as well, like all their character portraits, plus anytime they use their like ultimate abilities, it does a special like graphic. There's like a graphic on the screen where it's like a unique sort of art for their thing, for their ultimate. But yeah, he does good stuff. Yeah, that game's been really fun. What else? Is there anything I wanted to say about that game? I've started to craft some of their ultimate weapons. It's been great. Oh, I will say again, I think this game was like, I don't know who approached who, like if Riot went to them and was like, we'd like to see if you would make a game similar to this for League of Legends, or if they pitched a game to them. But there are so many things that are like, this is very similar to how it is in the Risen King. And I guess it's really, the Risen King is very similar to Battle Chasers. In the Risen King, towards the end of the game, you go to some dungeon, I think it might be, or some place, but there's like a library that you're trying to find, and the library has all these different books, and the books are spread through all the shelves, but each book gives you the crafting recipe for their ultimate weapons. In Battle Chasers, you find a mansion that has multiple libraries, or like reading rooms or something, but there's bookshelves everywhere. And in each bookshelf, there is a crafting recipe for their ultimate weapons. And as I was going through it, I was like, this feels exactly like the Risen King. So there are a lot of things that are like one for one. This is the same system sort of used over. The same exploration system is used, kind of, where as you run around in a dungeon, you'll see the enemies kind of going on a path, and you have the option of also using, each character has like 2 abilities outside when you're like exploring, that might give you some effect when you go into battle. Battle Chasers has that as well. I've never really seen that in many games, like RPGs, but anyway, there's a lot of stuff like that. So I was like, oh man, this is, so anyway, I am enjoying the game. That's not a negative to it. But anyway, have you been playing Apex, by the way? Have you been playing since Seer's buffs? I'd like to point out that when this was announced, everyone was like, wow, they're nerfing Seer. And I was like, I don't know, that sounds really good to me. And now everyone's like, Seer's too strong. I was just playing during lunch. Have you come across a lot of Seers? I feel like I've seen an uptick on the Seers. In rank, I'm now Diamond 4. Nice. Have you been ratting Opons? No, I'm just kidding. I've not seen a lot of Seers. Interesting. Maybe I've been playing pubs ever since I got to Masters, because it's like I'm not getting any higher up there, so there's no need to play ranked anymore. In pubs, I've been seeing a lot of Seers. I feel like it's just the console lobbies, but gosh, getting hit by his ability now just feels so bad. It's scary. Like, I can't do anything, and I can't. Sometimes I rat if the other 2 want to rat it. Oh, that's fair. Casually dropping, he's a master Apex player. No, it probably won't happen again. So I'm taking advantage of it now. So the thing, it has Master Rank Jet. This is the last season I played, just so that I can always say I ended being a Masters. So me and my buddy Deebs, we played ranked, and we didn't really rat too much. We did have other Valks that ratted, and oftentimes we survived beyond them. And so we've just like landed smart, only fought when it like kind of made sense for the most part, and we like did pretty well. But I was telling Deeves this, and I was like, what would be a great idea? And I would love this. Opons, you should pass this off to somebody. It would be interesting if there was a way for them to tell if somebody is ratting, like whether it's like how much they move like within a certain area for like most of the game or something like that. I don't know. But sort of like, how Call of Duty has, I think it's Call of Duty, might not be, but there's another shooter game where it's like, if they know you're cheating, you get put into lobbies with other cheaters. They should do a thing where if you're like caught ratting a lot, maybe, or often, we'll say, you get put into lobbies only with other ratters. So that just the end ring has like and like every team is left because everyone is just ratting. That would be kind of amazing. Every lobby would end up being ALGS because everyone is trying to avoid fighting. Entering 18 squads. I think that would be kind of amazing. Because I don't know. I suppose that way you're not getting rid of those players, technically. You know, you're not like banning them. The playership is still up, probably. But it maybe encourages them to fight more. Ratting, not cheating. Yeah, exactly. Because ratting's not cheating. That's also fair, right? It just can be very annoying if you're like, if you're doing that and it's now a detriment to your teammates, like if they're not ratting with you or something, then it becomes sort of like, okay, well now we're at a disadvantage every match or every like fight. But Jonzo, welcome in, Jonzo. How are you? Here's a little guy right now. He's coming together. We've only done a couple of coats. 2? We've only done 2, really. And only on some things. But, Jonzo, how are you? But anyway, I just thought that would be really funny to do. I was in a final game with 5 teams, and the 4 teams were all solo. Oh, wow. I did print team. The devs put up the model on Thingiverse, maybe? Can't remember where it's at. But for free, and so I got to print them out. Were you on a full team? I'm great. How you be? I'm doing pretty good. Been having a pretty good week. Yesterday was pretty good. Just kind of busy. But today I'm doing good. How are you? What have you been up to? But yeah, Opons, it feels like there's just been the end games are always so intense now. I'm curious if they're going to change ranked much next season, if at all. I feel like there's a good balance somewhere. Like, this wasn't a terrible experience, but it was easier to get to Master. I don't think I would normally get to Masters ever if it was on the old system. So I'm curious if they'll like tweak some things. Just surviving the mass migration of Swifties this weekend. I think I'm in the clear finally. Is there a Taylor Swift concert in where you're at? I'm guessing the points will be adjusted. That makes sense. Probably the Mirage buffs we've all been waiting for also. Because before in Plat, you would lose -60. Yeah, true. 2 nights in a row. When are the concerts over? Or is it this weekend? By the way, have you heard? It's tonight and tomorrow. Okay. Say what you will about Taylor Swift. I will say that I remember reading an article, something about like there have been sort of an uptick in Swifties who bring diapers to the concert so they don't miss any part of the concert, and I feel like that's too much. I feel like that's too much, everybody. Like, it's ignore that's over there. It's too much. Just go to the bathroom. It's fine. It's that's kind of hardcore. It would, both metaphorically and literally. I can't. Like, I don't. When I think about it, it just makes me feel very uncomfy. To just imagine that. But there was an article about people who were starting to do that, and I was like, no. I don't think there's any concert that I would do that for. Like, I can't. There's really not many situations, even outside of concerts, that I would do that for. Like, willingly, I don't know. I can't. I can't. So, Jonzo, if you're trying to make some quick bucks, you could probably stand outside of the concert and try to, instead of scalping tickets, you can try to scalp diapers to adults. That would be something. That would do what? I missed. It goes better unexplained. What song is this? Oh, Zora's Domain. That's right. Swifty diapers. Yeah, you could put a sticker on it. Limited run. A limit. Oh boy. I saw my first music video with AI generation yesterday. That was interesting. It was like not. It was probably one of the more like subtle kind of uses of it. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing at all. It's completely off of the screen. It was very subtle, and I honestly don't think most people would notice. But and its use of it was interesting. Like, its use of it was not the worst, I would say, but diaper lore is crazy, dude. They sold VIP merch passes just to let people buy merch early. What? That is insane. I was distracted trying to envision this katana. Ah, I see. They were lined up for 200 yards. That is crazy. The Swifties go hard, you gotta say, you know? The Swifties go hard. No, I was watching a music video, and they use AI image generation. The way they use it is, it's maybe only on the screen for like a few frames, and it's already a video that has like a ton of cuts to it. So like you barely notice it, but they use it for transitioning between different scenes. And so it's like everything's already flashing and cutting and all that sort of stuff real fast. And so you barely notice it. There are a couple of times where it's more obvious. Overall, it's like a cool music video, but I was like, interesting. I guess we're gonna start seeing more and more of this. I think one of my beard hairs got stuck on this. It's okay, I'll fix it later. I'll use pliers, or not pliers, tweezers to get, or we'll just paint over it. You won't even notice the hair. Easy. What video? It's a J-pop group. It's XG is the band. I don't remember the name of the song. The video just came out, I think, a couple days ago. So if you search for XG, like the two letters, I'm sure it'll be one of the first ones. It looks like they kind of look very alienish on the thumbnail. There's like 2 segments where it looks very very obvious, but it's like they use it to sort of like match cut 2 different scenes by like there's like one dance sequence where in order to like transition to another scene and blend it in, they all kind of, for like a few frames, they're all like kind of very smooth robot looking things. And that's all AI generated. And then there's a scene where in order to then do a cut, someone looks kind of like anime-ish for a second, and that was also AI generated. But there are more instances of it throughout, but those are the 2 that stood out. And I was like, interesting. Seems, I guess we'll be seeing more of it. And it's very interesting. We were talking about earlier the whole like SAG and actors thing, AFTRA, whatever it's called. I heard she increased the national GDP by 0.04, which doesn't sound like a lot, until you realize that means hundreds of millions. Oh my goodness. Not sure if this one is right, but they have an Akira cut in it. They might have. There actually might be an Akira slide towards the end, maybe. I think so. Or maybe it's at the beginning. Hold on. XG. The song is called... Sorry, my computer's going slow. Oh, wait. Look at the, girl giving official music video without the eyes. No eyes. Yeah, it's that video. Adrian, welcome in. Hello, how are you? Yeah, if you look at the official music video, it'll be that one. It's overall it's a well done music video. Like the cuts and stuff, the CG is good. It's a very well done music video. But I was like, interesting that they're using more of that. See what you're saying? Yeah. Yeah, we do it every once in a while. I just haven't done it in a bit. But yeah, we're doing a little Tin Hearts guy. So a lot of it is very quick, and I watched a breakdown of the video, which it wasn't specifically about AI, but it's about video editing. They went like frame by frame through different scenes, which is I appreciate. I have mentioned before, I love music videos, and I think music video editing is really interesting. They went through kind of frame by frame in different parts, and it was very like interesting, the AI stuff, but also like just their general like how whoever edited the videos knows what they're doing. But I'm curious if we're going to be seeing more of that. What happened to the Space Cat mini painting? We're probably not going to pick it back up. I mean, we finished it pretty much. I just need to do some touch-ups on it, but yeah, it's practically done. We did most of it on stream. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Starting to get there. I do love music videos though, like really well done and well edited stuff, creative storytelling. I think that's interesting. I know a lot of people could care less, could not care less. They could not care less about music videos. I really enjoy them. XG has some good edited music videos as well. That's kind of how I heard or saw this one. So that's kind of how I know them. But do you seal the mini paintings when you're when they're done? I do typically, especially something like this it's probably not super necessary. Maybe I don't think. Maybe it is because like it won't be touched ever. It's gonna sit on a bookshelf. But for especially for like mini paints, like for D&D, I will, because I assume like if the ones that I gifted to people, I sealed because I knew they would be touching it. I know it'd be in their bags or like in their little cases or whatever, moving around. Then it would go on the board and that kind of stuff. I definitely did seal those. His pants are all coming together. It's so nice. Third player, hello, how are you? They sound very American pop. I was expecting something more like Baby Metal. Yeah, they're, so it's weird. They are, from my understanding, they are a Japanese pop group, but they are owned or like, they're not owned by, but like their production company is Korean, so they have like, I guess like K-pop influences, but they pretty much only sing in English. So I think they're trying to make themselves very like marketable to kind of a wide audience. But yeah, so they're more. Well, actually, some of their other songs. Do you like Opans? Do you like R&B? Like 90s R&B? How do you feel about R&B and hip hop? I do. Check out their song called Left Right and the music video for it. The music video is okay. It's not like fantastic. There are some like cool cuts, I think, to it and like transitions, but it's not as like impressive. They have a song called Left Right, and I think it's honestly just very good. It's very 90s R&B hip hop. But third player, how's it going? We're just mini painting today. Painting some tin hearts. We're painting this guy. Mini painting this little guy. And chatting. There you go, there's the light. I've mostly just been doing the red and the black, just about. There's a lot of white that will save till last, because I need to like touch up all the red stuff. But when I listened to the song Left Right, I was like, it makes me think of like Destiny's Child. Or like, I don't know, just something of the late 90s, I don't know, mid to late 90s R&B genre. Okay. The hat is getting red. So much red. There's yeah, TLC. I could totally see TLC, yeah. Even the outfits and even just, I feel like the space theme. I feel like 90s, there was a lot of interest in space. And so everything was on a spaceship or like, I don't know. Just seems very... But the song is good. It's very catchy, I think. Oops. I sent that song to my friend who he really enjoyed like 90s, like TLC and like Destiny's Child and whatever. And I sent it to him. I was like, how do you feel about like K-pop, J-pop? And he was like, I don't. And I was like, that's fair. But I was like, go check this out. I think you would like it. The crazy thing is that it's like 8 of them, but sounds like only 2 sing. Yeah, they're like mixed between rappers and singers and stuff. I feel like that's, from my understanding, that's kind of the like formula, which makes sense to me, I guess, from like I think compared, I mean, I'm sure there are other groups that do the same thing, but it's very Spice Girls-y, I think, to me. I think a lot of like K-pop and J-pop kind of does that a little bit, where there's a lot of members, and I think it's because they can sell merch. Because with the Spice Girls, people had like a favorite, right? Or it's like, oh, I identify with this one, or like I like this one more. So they might have like merch just specifically for that one. I feel like they do the same thing with K-pop, from my understanding, because I don't listen to a lot of K-pop, so I couldn't really like give you examples. But I feel like there's usually, I'll be scrolling through Twitter and someone will be talking about BTS or something, and they'll say, so and so is the best or whatever. And so I think it's like each person has their favorite, and I don't know. And so then you like, I don't so, but then of course then they sell like merch or whatever with that. It's like smart business stuff. But I've heard that industry's brutal though, and like, because it's sort of like there's so many groups that they age out really young. So it's like, by the time this is not always true, I think. There are probably some older K-pop groups, but I've heard it's like for a lot of groups, it's like, oh, you hit 24, you're out, you're retired. You're too old now. So I'm sure that does wonders for people's esteem and stuff. But I'm just glad Twitch isn't like that, because if that was the case, I would have had to retire many moons ago. Many moons ago. Need to fix his left arm, or his right arm. My left. Imagine though. Imagine if to be like a streamer you had to like sign on to some like, I mean we technically do have like a contract with Twitch, but I mean like you had to like I don't know. You had to join Sony or something. You had to be sponsored by some kind of like production company. That'd be the worst. They tell me I have to change my name to Jet Bieber. No! Tell me I have to start doing TikTok dances. No! TTV, no! I've become a TTV Wraith main. Oh, have you noticed, because Opons, this was also another thing I was going to mention about Apex. I have noticed lately, and you play Horizon way more than I do. And so I don't know if this is like a legit thing, or if this is just like just a habit of Horizon players. Why are they always jumping? They're never not jumping, ever. They could be like not fighting anybody, but you see them a million miles away and they're just jumping up and down, like just running and jumping. And it's not even like they're jumping off of like a like a height and then going to like a lower platform or something like that and like sliding or whatever. It's like they can be in Fragment on a road that is like there's nothing on it and they'll just be jumping. And the entire time they're not even sliding, they're just jumping. That doesn't proc her passive, I don't think, at that height. I'm pretty sure. But they're always jumping. They're never not jumping. Because she has no slowdown in the jump and slide. Oh. Maybe that's what it is. But I'll just see one. I'll be like, why? I'm pointing at them just like, why are you jumping? But is it, I figured it would be like, because when you jump from, enough height, it does like the ring. And that's not the sound, but it plays like a noise. They're going with like, oh, it like cushioned the impact sort of or whatever. Like you're fine. So that also works even on just like flat surfaces too. Because like there's no way they're listening to that noise the entire time. It sounds like a refreshing noise. I don't know how to describe the sound effect. It's very easy. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. That makes more sense now. That makes way more sense. It's like, why are they always jumping? Never not jumping. I've seen a lot of Horizons this season as well, and every time they are the thirstiest people. And maybe that's not true, but they are just very thirsty usually. But you got the heirloom. I really like it. It looks cool. I'm still waiting for I still have heirloom shards. Still waiting for my Mirage mythic skin. I forget what they're called. The heirloom skin. You know what I mean? I punched somebody with the pen. That was cool. That's awesome. Gosh. I really it's a cool her heirloom has a lot of cool animations. The like gravity, not gravity, the black hole effect and stuff around it is just really neat. Way better than Ashes. It is a much better heirloom than Ashes for sure. Been waiting for hers. I feel like I've seen people say that Ashes has some neat animations, like extra animations, but yeah, it doesn't look super cool. I honestly have not seen many people with it. Watson is still the worst. Hers isn't very exciting. Yeah. That's probably fair. Hers is probably on the lower end of the thing. I know a lot of people don't like Mirages, but I love it. I saw somebody rank, I can't remember which subreddit this was on, but I saw someone rank all of the heirlooms based on how well they could cut a carrot. And that made me laugh. Weirdly enough, they gave Sears like a C or something. I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. His is like, it's just a rounded blade. There are kitchen knives that are like that. You can, I mean, not like, like that, but there's like there's actually an Alaskan kitchen knife thing called an ulu that is essentially the same shape as like the blade part of his weapon. It could easily cut a carrot. That's all I'm trying to say. I feel like they're being they're just not considering the options. A bang new Wraith Lifeline, yeah. The new animations that came with Wraiths are very good. I've heard a rumor that they're doing that potentially with Mirages. And I have to say, if that's, I will be upset. I will be upset. Because I don't want to spend... Well, actually, I wouldn't even be able to spend heirloom shards on that. Because that was like a... That was a event-only thing, which I would not do. And now Space Swim. I know, I don't like... Yeah, same. It kind of just feels like they should... So, like, because one of the things people did mention is there is a missing animation for Mirage's heirloom. In the files, it even shows that there should be something there, but they didn't do it. And I think Moy, why am I forgetting his name? He said that initially there was plans for this other animation for him where he pulls out Moy Parrot, there we go. Where he pulls out a picture of his family, I think. And he even said like it was supposed to be there and something happened. Like it just must not have like made it in the final cut or like, but like in the files, if you look at the heirloom files, now he's the animation director. Oh, that's awesome. If you look at the heirloom files for Mirage's trophy, the picture is there. Like it's in there, but there's just no way to like call the animation, I guess. And so a lot of people are like, if they add that, that'll be just awful because it's technically there for this, for his current one. But I mean, like, I'd be okay. I mean, if they want to sell like a different color version of it, I think that's fine. But I think they need to bring his normal heirloom, the first one, up. Just make the animations available for that one as well. You know, but that doesn't get people money. Though I'd also be kind of surprised they do that. I feel like, again, I think Mirages is not super popular. So I don't know how many people would go out of their way to like buy his extra, I guess, right? Makes sense for Wraith because it's Wraith, and she probably is. I would imagine she's one of the ones that sells skins the most. I could be wrong though. I wonder. So my guess is for people who sell skins. Be Wraith, maybe Octane. I feel like Octane probably sells skins. Horizon, perhaps. Though I feel like there was a time where a lot of the Horizon players were complaining that they had not gotten good skins in a bit, so maybe not. Oh, Val. Val probably sells skins also. I would imagine. She gets a lot of, like, event skins. Didn't really do a first coat on this thing. I think whoever is top 5 in championships are the ones selling skins. That's probably fair. That's probably fair. I did. By the way, I had to buy some of those sticker packs because I wanted Mirage on my shield cells and stuff. I was like, this is totally a cash grab, but I need the stickers. Oh yes, Opons, 100%, absolutely. I don't think they need to be a blind box thing, or you know, like a. I mean, yeah, it still fits. Yeah, there's no need for it to be like that. But you know, rarity, scarcity, etc. Where is my gold? Do I have a toothpick? Figure out a way to punch a hole in this thing. Wait. Wait. Your message was imposed due to conflict with the channel's moderation center? What? What? I don't even know why. Oh, that's weird. I see the Opons always just, you know, saying whatever he wants here. The layering of the paint builds up really nicely. That red is so bright. Yeah, it is.
Not so long
it's getting
ago,
there.
in the mysterious land
Welcome in, Gizmo.
of
How are you?
Toronto, Canada.
How's your day? Yeah, we had to be careful around Opons. You never know what he'll say. How's your day, Gizmo? Slowly just come together. Still have many more codes. We probably won't finish it today. Just a good place for me to start. Nice day, super hot out. Oh man, I bet it is. Got any fun weekend plans, Gizmo? How did Amogus go? Oh, wait, Gizmo, did you hear about all of the, like, oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Also, I hate the lighting. I apologize, everybody, for the lighting on these mini painting streams. I have no one to blame but myself. Doo-doo-dee. I did. It's pretty crazy. If I recall correctly, Gizmo bamboozled everyone. That makes sense. Gizmo is a bamboozler. It sounded so real. Gizmo do be a bamboozler. I'm not the biggest Amogus fan. I think part of that was like I played very casually when it was out, and I really didn't get to know the overall like meta of the game. I think like the, you know, oh, this thing takes X amount of time to like complete a task. And I started playing with people who were like very good at it and knew that stuff. And so it kind of became not very fun very quickly, because they'd be like, yes, Jet was at the thing for 12.5 seconds, and the thing only takes 10 seconds. So what was he doing? And some of those times I was like, I just legitimately have no idea what's happening. Like I wasn't, because I only played maybe like once or twice a week. And so anyway, I just could never get very good. And then those people went hardcore, so I couldn't really do I was just so bad at it. So I kind of stopped playing. Just got an email explaining a process for me for work, and the explanation confused me more. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's the opposite of what that should do, one would imagine. Where's that picture that I was using? I think the... Hold on. 10 hearts. I'm just trying to pay an invoice in our new financial system. Oh boy. Anytime there's like a financial update for a company, I feel like it always makes things so much harder. What color is... It's assigned to me, but I can't see it in the system. Oh, that's weird. They played a version where they renamed themselves. They renamed themselves names like I, they, him, and took off all costumes. It made for an interesting attempt at conversation to figure out who to vote. Interesting. That would make it very difficult, I bet. Reaching for this. Thank you, Tara, for the hydrate. Welcome back, welcome back. You know, we're gonna say these are gold. We're just gonna say these are gold on the sides. I can't find a good picture of them. We're gonna say they're gold. Let's say they're a gold thing. In a few coats, this gold stuff is going to be very shiny. That already looks very good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's coming together. We still have quite a few more coats. I may not even finish. I won't be able to finish it today. But yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out pretty good. It's all coming up Millhouse. Look at that. You can kind of see how shiny the gold is a little bit more. But yeah. Gizmo, good at games, Gizmo. I am curious though, the strike stuff. I'm curious how long, which productions that will really affect, and I don't know. I'm just curious. I wonder what we'll see. There was actually, so the AI stuff is interesting, and I think that what they're asking for is very reasonable. Because also this weekend, maybe it was last week, I don't remember, the voice actress for one of the characters in Persona 5, she so this is I think also awful, but there's a lot of voice actors who their voices are being fed into generators in order for them to do different things. Like, it could be they take the voice and they make them sing a song or say different lines or whatever. I feel like that's kind of the worst. Or I mean, not more than I'm not saying more than when people do it with video, but I'm just saying that's just awful is what I mean. And the voice actor, she so someone posted, I think to Twitter, a video where using her voice got her to say a whole bunch of stuff, and I didn't watch it, so I don't know what the content of the video was like, but she tweeted at them and asked them to remove it, and also said some other stuff about how she did not like people doing this and people shouldn't do that, and she got a whole bunch of harassment for it. The person did take down the video, but a bunch of people started harassing her. She ended up taking down her Twitter account because she kept on receiving so many bad messages. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, the idea of somebody just being able to use your likeness or your voice or whatever without your permission, especially like, I don't know, with the voice stuff to get you to say different things, I feel like that's super weird, and I don't like that. It's very odd. People are going to have to start copyrighting their voices. Yeah, something like that. I mean, I'm sure there are already some things in place for certain voice actors who maybe have very iconic, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it belongs to the character or something, but it's I don't know. It's just very weird. It's just very upsetting, I think. Especially to have then like them getting harassed by it or whatever. And I saw like some people were like, yeah, well, it's not like we were going to like with some of this AI voice stuff where they've taken someone else's voice, it's like, well, it's not like we were going to like commission them to do it. Like it's not, their argument is like, it's not loss of money because we wouldn't have ever paid them for that. We're not gonna, we can't afford to do that. And I'm like, no, you see, I think I don't think that that's not how that works. Because it's still loss of money regardless then. Whether or not you had ever any intention to try to pay them for said job or hire them for said job, it's weird. It's weird. You shouldn't do that. Don't do that. But I don't know. That stuff kind of spooks me out a little bit. Especially if they make it look like you said off-color thing. You're right, exactly. That's the thing, is like, could somebody use that for like not bad stuff? Sure. I'm sure there's somebody who could, and it'd still be like, you know, like decent enough, I guess. Like, sure. Could somebody use it for very bad things? Absolutely. And I'm sure they will. More of a brand thing. Jetpack Paul wouldn't endorse a baby kicking machine, but there's enough of your voice on the internet that someone could use it to make it seem like, yeah, exactly, totally. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it also, like, kind of what's going on with the Screen Actors Guild and stuff is like, could then a company use your voice in order to not pay you for something? If there was like a generator that allowed them to do it, probably. Because they're always trying to save money. You know, especially like a voice actor is going to be their like, or not one of their, it'll be a significant cost anyways. Maybe not the biggest, but come on, add some shape to that. So like, I don't know, it's definitely a weird thing. Any defense against it needs to be worth the person's time who's being wrong. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, it's coming together. We just put on some gold. I need to put on a little bit more. it's all coming together. It takes time, but that's I think, the joy of mini painting is it's very zen. So a lot of people doing would probably fly under the radar and therefore make it okay in the eyes of people doing it. Sure. I mean, though I'm sure like the voice actors regardless would be like, well, that could be a missed job opportunity regardless. Like, could somebody, so like, for example, Lenville Brown, who does our alerts, he was the voice in Disco Elysium for the narrator. He has so many voice lines in that game. Could you feed it to an AI to like do the voice? Probably, because there's so many samples of him talking. And someone could say, well, I had no intention to like, pay him for it, because it could be they say, oh, I don't think he would have accepted the job, or there's, I don't have the money for it or whatever, but like I hired him to do that. He said yes. He did not have to say yes to me. But we were very fortunate to do that, and I think it's very cool of him. And so like, I don't know, I feel like it's just sort of weird. It's weird to me. Just hire people, Just hire people. It's my PSA. You should hire people. Pay people. The hat already looks almost like the one in the picture. I know, it's starting to come out pretty clear. I just added some gray around the heart piece because I wanted it's more noticeable in the close-up, but here, let's see if I can make this bigger. The top of the hat has like a little heart on it. So I wanted to try to make the heart stand out a little bit more. So I added just some gray around it to kind of make it stand out a bit more. But yeah, it's like, it's actually like kind of coming together. The body probably still needs one more red coat at least. And then I could do like the straps and or I guess they're not straps, but the little like things. And his like cuffs and his hands and stuff. His face still needs a lot more, but I'm trying to do all the extra stuff first. I tend to work like darker colors and then lighter, because if you can, I don't know. I don't want to. I always feel like if I'm done with the face and then I start painting everything else, there always ends up being like dots or like whatever that splash onto the lighter stuff, and I'm like, no, and it's a big problem. But yeah, overall, it's like, I mean, yeah, especially the hat is coming together. You can tell how messy the rest of it is, but it's okay. I have a matte white that'll go for the though they're kind of creamish technically. They're like an off-white, but I can do that. I think I can make a cream. Does the white cover paint? Well, it does pretty much. It's pretty like, especially if you go on thick. It'll do it pretty decently. But I don't want to have like, I try to keep the white areas generally clean, but it should be fine, because it's only been like a coat of some of the red that's gone over there. It's not too dark, but I'll be more careful when I'm painting over those areas. It might just take a few coats. And that's the thing is like with mini painting is that it'll like, you can do a lot with many coats. So like after I paint the white, if it if the red still shows through, you just do another coat, and then you do another coat. It's really starting to take shape. I appreciate that. That's good. With my limited painting experience, I know it could be difficult to get white to cover. Yeah. And that's with, like, again, how I learned to mini paint, somebody was like, or the person in the videos, they just talk about taking your time with, like, light coats, because you can fix things a lot easier if you take your time with it. Even if you mess up, it still is like you'll still be fine, because you can just do another coat. Once it all dries, do another coat of something else, and you know. So it's not too bad. It's not for me, painting minis is not a very stressful process, because it's like, I don't know. You just take your time with it. And usually at the beginning, it looks awful. Like, the face looks not great. But once I do more coats of his, like, skin and the eyes and stuff, then it'll be, like, very solidified. We could probably do a couple of his face. Might need some more water. How's this doing? Let's paint. Very dry. Let me gonna add a little bit of water to this one. Most of the time you don't notice if there is a bit of red visible underneath the white paint. Yeah. It's okay. Let's add some more to his face. And usually, so like, you do a lot of like base painting, like just trying to get paint to dry in the right places and with like good coverage. And then at the end, well, then you could do like some like contrasty type paints to kind of give it some more depth, some washes. And then you can do like a lot of touch-ups. So like, I'm not like right now. I see that some of the lines are not very clean, but that's okay. Like we'll get a chance to clean those up at the end, or whenever I'm done with it. And so also, because we're painting a 3D printed model, and because I did not like not like liquid plastic stuff, resin, it's not technically smooth, and so it takes also longer for like the paint to like settle into those spots and stuff. So it does take a little bit to sort of get it all situated. So it might even be a little tougher as a 3D model, but but it's fun. Oops. Can see if Mr. Panda left me any dinner. Yeah, please, yeah, please do. This is Final Fantasy X, I think, right? Am I making that up? The song title doesn't help me out, but maybe not. Would you like? Thank you so much, Tara. Oh, wait. Oh, are you saying that to Sassy? I thought you. Never mind. You might be saying that to Sassy, but I'll take it anyway. I'm gonna accept the good luck on behalf of all of us. I couldn't tell if you were saying that as like a goodbye, like I wish you luck. To both. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Let's see. Isn't this? I feel like this sounds like a Final Fantasy X song, but I could be wrong. It says FTL, so maybe not. FTL is a game, but there's part of this that sounds like there's like a. I don't remember which song it is from Final Fantasy X, but it does kind of remind me of it. It's probably not. This probably is from the FTL soundtrack. I've not played that game. Oops, sorry for hitting the mic. I'm having to work around it. It's a lot. Oops. Let's let that sit for a second. Do you guys have any fun weekend plans? Anything exciting? I will be doing a bunch of work because I don't know what my schedule's going to be like next week. And I've got jury duty, so who knows? Who knows? Who knows what that's going to be like? But I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be great. I'm really hoping I'll still get a chance to stream a bunch. That's it. We'll play by ear. I do want to play more Railbound. I had a blast with that yesterday. Very fun. I work weekends? No! Yeah, so I do a lot of like contract work and stuff. It doesn't ever end. It doesn't ever end. Rarely do I get like a full day off from doing nothing. But you know what they say, you gotta stay alive. That's it, that's what they say. Every Friday and Saturday night in a supermarket. Oh man. How's that been? The music in your painting is really relaxing, not gonna lie. Good. Yeah, these streams are usually very just like... Anytime we have... sometimes we've done these very rarely, but... occasionally we'll do like a study hall type stream where I will work on something and then you guys can work on stuff too. And we just kind of listen to music. Last time we also did where like people could recommend video game songs that we would play while doing this, but yeah, they're sort of just like a chill, sort of relax, you know, type of stream, and I like that. He didn't leave me much, but he left enough. Oh, good. It's pretty quiet tonight, but we're waiting for the delivery. Ah, gotcha. Just enough to survive, right? Okay. Yeah, look, you see his expressions coming through now? But yeah, when I first started mini painting, I had a little bit more free time. And so what I would do is I would just like turn on a movie or a stream or something, and I would mini paint while just listening to them. And it was always so relaxing. Because as you can kind of just focus on something for a bit and just sort of zen out. And I like art stuff. I do a lot of graphic design, and most of my art stuff is like digital. So I don't get a lot of like, I don't do a lot of stuff like, the thing you can hold. So I don't know, it's just fun. It's fun to kind of mix it up and kind of learn a new skill. Just take your time with it. I highly recommend mini painting for anybody. You can get like, so if you go to like a comic book shop or like a hobby shop, they probably have minis there. If you go to a comic book shop, you can find like D&D stuff or fantasy stuff or whatever, whether it's like, like you can find animals probably, or monsters or heroes for pretty cheap, maybe like $5-ish for a model, depending. Some of them, if they're a larger one, they might be more expensive. But then you can buy like, buy a model, then buy a couple of paints while you're there. And you'll find, maybe start with something that isn't super colorful. So you don't have to buy as many paints, but buy like a black, a white, and then any other kind of like middle colors you need. And then just start painting. Yeah, Emmers, it is. Hey, look at this guy. Look at him. The front of it's looking great now. Look at the eyes. The eyes are a lot cleaner and stuff too. Just some breaded baked chicken. I threw some Moz sticks in for me since Mr. Panda ate most of the chicken. Oh, no. I love drawing, not very good at painting. Yeah, on paper, not very good probably at either. But like, if I can do it digitally, it's a different story. I'm gonna use a bigger brush. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, probably not good either, but it's still very fun. Like, I don't know. It's just a neat. It's kind of nice. Also, I think I also like painting minis because when you're done, you can put them on your shelf or something and say, I painted that. It was very fun. But I have a whole bunch of like monsters I haven't painted and all just sitting in a little box that I need to, at some point I'll do. Right-brained is arts and crafts, right? Because I'm not. Yet, Brad. You could be. Get you some mini paints. I bet we could teach you. I always want to learn digital drawing, but I never got get the time to, and I also don't have the required tools. So, you know, start small, and then if you really like it, then you can get the tools. There are some free like Photoshop type tools if you want to use that. We skip the song. It won't skip using that. Oh, it did. Okay. We're going out to a farmer's craft market and we'll get some food truck food tonight. Ooh, Brad, that sounds nom nom. I like food trucks. I have not really eaten food from a food truck in a bit, but I like the idea of a food truck, you know? I like the idea of food trucks. And you get better at painting because I want to do D&D miniatures. You should. Yeah, I was saying that's how I got started. They're fun. And then like once you like start getting into it, you can add more stuff. You can get more paints. I would always like when I was planning the painting, I would always look at it and be like, all right, what colors do I need for this? And I would only buy those colors. And then now I've sort of like accumulated more over time just because I kept needing different colors. But yeah. That's awesome. It's a very fun hobby, and you can then end up like, especially if you take your time with it, you'll get something that looks pretty good. Because I don't know how this will work on this print. So there is something called a wash. So or quick shade. These are called washes. They have red caps. The other ones usually have white. But they're like even more thinned out than other paint, like this paint that I've been using. And the purpose of a wash is that it gets like into the crevices and it shades things for you or adds depth really easily, just because it pools in all of the like crevices, I guess. I don't know how. I would probably have to do a few more coats of the normal paint before I use it, so we probably won't get to it today, just because I want the normal paint to like get into I want it to cover really well because of how like the lines and stuff of the 3D print are here. So I'd like to smooth it out a bit with some of the paint, but for like any of the minis I've done, if you add like D&D minis, if you use a one of these quick shades or washes, it like your mini looks really flat at first, and then you add a wash, and then all of a sudden it looks 10 times better, just because it now has all this depth and stuff to it. It's really cool. Food comes to you, sign me up. Well, I have one from 10 years ago, but I don't know if it still works. If it does, could be a neat little drawing tool. I have a drawing tablet, but it's not like it's not one with a screen. So I connect it to my computer and draw from there. And that's been super cool. But there are some that are like super expensive where, you know, they're like, you have the screen on there, you're drawing on the screen. That would be neat, but they also cost a pretty penny. And we don't have pretty pennies. Unfortunately, I'm heading back to work again. Take care, everyone, and have a fantastic stream. Lolly, thank you so much for checking in with us. We'll see you again later. Thanks so much for popping in. Yeah, I actually don't know. We'll probably only go on for, I don't know, maybe another 10 to 15 more minutes or something. Yeah. Let me see what we got here. To fill in at least some of these gaps here. The rest of this I'll finish off stream sometime. I've got some other mini paints to do, actually. Some other mini painting I need to do. So I'll put this aside for a bit and I'll get back to it. Hoist, hoist, hoist! We need more hoisting games. That is true. Now anytime we find a hoist in a game, you know we're gonna mention it. That's awesome. Let's make sure that. My acrylic printer, I do have or not acrylic printer, my resin printer is so finicky. I've not really been able to get it to work in the past year. I probably just need another one, but they're also expensive now, so we're probably not gonna have one. But if I did, this would also look really cool, but resin is harder to work with. Because one, it's toxic. You're not supposed to breathe that in, my friends. So if you get a resin 3D printer, make sure it's well ventilated, or in a well ventilated area. You do not want to breathe it in. Also, you do not want to touch it on your bare skin. Because it do be bad for you. I will go to sleep now. Have a hoisty stream, Tara. Thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic evening. Thanks for hanging out with us. So basically, I should avoid going near one. Yeah, basically. It's very like, yeah, it's toxic, and you don't want to be breathing it in. You don't want to be touching it, so you need to use gloves. After you print one, you're supposed to either put it out in the sun, or if you have UV lights, you can use that as well. Yeah, generally. Oh, because after it like is out in UV or it's out in the sun, then it's okay to touch afterwards. But it's just a different process. It's kind of neat, and you get, I mean, to be fair, the benefit of a resin printer is that the prints you then have are super smooth. They don't have these like lines and stuff that this print or this print has. So they're great for like minis. If you want to start 3D printing D&D minis, I mean, a resin printer's kind of the way to go, but they're just more more of a an ordeal. Look, you can already see with one coat, the white area is already like much cleaner. You touched it up with like a smaller brush. There we go. Yeah, for sure. No, I understood what you meant. We drove across town to avoid a long train and was coming up on the next crossing and it starts blinking and we are just like, hurry! Oh no. Oh no. Gosh. Are you guys still out to sushi? Have you gotten there yet? Did you already eat? Are you back home, you know? We won! Perfect. We ate already? How was it? What is your favorite thing to get in sushi? Like, what is your... I really could eat just about any of it. I will say I have a bit of a guilty pleasure is deep fried rolls. Have to say, not good for you, but it's very good. It's not good for you, but it is good for you, you know? Very tasty. I don't think I've had a deep fried roll that I did not like. Depends on the place. The place we went, I always get their spicy salmon. Ooh, I do love a spicy roll. Thank you so much for playing my game. Swinging by his parents' place. All right, Emmers, enjoy. We'll be probably done by the time you get back, but I hope you have a great time. I like anything spicy. I usually get a dragon roll. Ooh, lobster roll. Nom 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 nom. I love sushi. I don't eat it very often, but I do love it. What was I gonna say? Yahoo! Oh, look at this guy. Look at him. It's actually looking pretty good. It's actually looking pretty good. We might stop there. Like, that'll be... I'll let it dry and we'll sit here for a second. But I think that's the last paint we'll do today. What was I going to say about sushi? I was going to say something about sushi. Yeah, I like it. It's good. It's nom nom. Oh, I read some Reddit thread about. I think it's like, I feel like the subreddit is like a. I think it's like Tales from Your Server or something like that, meaning like server like your waiter, and somebody was detailing about that they work at a sushi place. And they had a couple come in. They ordered the full, like, you know, like sushi places you can buy either like, you know, the individual rolls or whatever. Sometimes though, they'll have like a thing where it's like a whole platter. Like it's a whole lot of sushi. You usually share it in like a group or something. They got one of those. I think the waiter asked, do you have any questions about it or anything? The people were just like, no, we want this. So they ordered that. Then they got their food, and you know, most sushi is raw fish. And they were like, oh, this is raw. And they're like, yep, it's sushi. And so then they asked, is there any way you can like cook this for us, like put it in something. And they're like, let me talk to the like sushi people. And they were like, we can't, no, like there's nothing we can do. We can't like put it in an oven or something like that. We can use like a blowtorch and blowtorch all of the like fish, sort of. So they go back to the table, they tell them that, the table says, yes, please do that. So they do that. They spend all of the time doing that. It's like with one of those like sushi boat things. There's a lot of sushi on it. They do that with all of the fish and stuff. Bring it back to the table. You ever have ceviche? Yes, and I love ceviche. I absolutely love it. I think it's so good. I've had it homemade before, and it was absolutely so good. And then there's a restaurant here in town that also has some, and it was okay, but I love it. I think it's incredibly good. Same, it's so good. Yes, and I don't have it very often, but I've maybe only had it a couple of times in my life, but I love it. I should figure out a way to try to make it at home, just to see if I can make it. Anyway, but the couple pretty much only had like a piece or two, and then that was it. And then they, that was the thing. I think this is why it came up on Reddit, was because they asked, because they only had one or two pieces each. They asked basically if they could have it for free instead of paying for their meal. And I think the people didn't. The restaurant did not allow them to have it for free. They made them pay. Because it was like, you just made us prepare all the sushi. It's expensive. Plus, then you also made us do more work on it. To try to cook them all. And I guess this was another thing though the person brought up, which was like, I feel like sushi is now a part of the culture enough that you should know sushi is raw fish. Like, you should, most people probably know that, I would imagine. So it's just kind of weird to, I don't know, to go to a sushi place and also do like no research at all, I guess. I mean, and not have any idea that it's raw fish. It's just kind of odd. It's sort of odd. Anyway. But yes, Opans, I love ceviche. I had it once in, I think I was in Peru. Had some Peruvian ceviche. That was the first time. So good. I feel like it's probably not that difficult. You probably just need to chop some good ingredients, make sure the ingredients are fresh. And that's pretty much like, I feel like as long as that part is good, you season it well, I feel like that's probably it. That's really the most difficult part of it, but just trying to make some. I need to research that. You don't even need to worry about like, like leaving it on the stove for too long, or you don't need to worry about burning it or anything. It's probably pretty easy, but anyway, I need to do that. This is reminding me of the Mr. Bean episode where he orders steak tartare. Oh man, Mr. Bean is hilarious. You did it, I know, right? I mean, there's still plenty to do. He's not done. But like, that looks really good, right? I feel like it's starting to at least take shape. It's starting to, yeah, we're not even done with him, but it's where we're gonna end. But like, I say that is fairly successful thus far. I'll finish this off stream, but it was a fun little chill cozy stream, you know? I do like those. I like when we get to do these kind of more laid back streams. But friends, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. As a reminder, next week will be chill streams here. I know, unbelievable. Streams where we chat, unheard of. It came out nice. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I feel like it looks great. Next week will be not chill streams. Next week we just don't. It's only chaotic streams. No. Next week we won't really have a schedule planned out because I will not know what days I'll be streaming because I have jury duty, and so I've got to take care of the juries. You know, week of Scriggle. I'm curious what that would look like. Yeah, so I've got jury duty next week, so I don't know what days I'll be able to stream, if at all. I have to call in every night, Sunday through Thursday, to figure out if I have to go in the next day. So might be we have a couple of streams, could be like maybe I get called in on Monday and they don't select me, and then I'm just good for the rest of the week. So we don't really know, but we will see. We shall see. The court's heard about all your detective games. They need your expertise. That's what, exactly. I hope. I will be a shining example of a juror. Geez, good luck. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm hoping I don't get called in at all, but we'll see. I actually think I could convince them not to put me on a jury because of that, Brad. I feel like if I was like, I play a lot of Ace Attorney and I'm very well versed in court stuff. If I stress that, I bet I could scare them into being like, any like attorneys or lawyers would not want me on their jury because they would see me as like too oh wait, it kind of looks like he's laughing. That's funny. They would see me as being too of a, I don't know, like a false expert or something. Leave Stegan in charge. I'm a certified detective. 100% going to show objection. Yeah, and it's also possible we might do a late stream one night if I end up having to be there every day, but we'll just kind of see. We'll just see what happens. But friends, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the chats and the hangouts and the lurks. Thank you, my friends. We are, oh, and Runner, thank you so much for those bits earlier. I appreciate it. And Snapping Cow for the raid. But yeah, we're just going to end today. I'm not going to do a raid because I need to, after this, need to clean this up pretty much immediately. So we're just gonna go. But thanks for the cozy work stream. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me today. The friends, that's it for us today. Thanks for hanging. I hope you have a great day. I might see you Monday, I might not. I'll let you guys know in the Discord. But I will see you guys next time. No, you have a good evening, Brad. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.